What up, my friends? How you doing? We are here to talk about the upcoming Foundations Magic pre-release and have one of our traditional chill streams. You know, we have them once a year, once a day, one or the other, one or the other. So, first things first, let me grab the live stream link, share that in the Discord, and then we will go from there. All right, so hold up. All right. All right, there we go. Good Lord, I butchered that one. Okay, that's good. And we'll switch this up. And then moisten the mouth hole and do our hellos. There we go. All right. What's going on here? Weird. What up, Ang, Gossett, Gianna, Teferi, Jess, Shelton, Fisher, Drum, Kensuke, Aldini, Rays, Zircon, Finn, Pyre, Tim, Dunn, Sandwich, Carl, Farky, Pyre, what? What the hell does that mean? Are you all right? Are you having a seizure? Do you need medical assistance? What the hell is that? Gianna Bacon does sound good. Agreed. I'm down for some bacon. Finn, you are correct. The intro song for my live streams is amazing. What up, Millmaster? Digital, Uber. Rain put you to sleep. Yo, the rain is like super chill, man. I literally put on like a little rain app when I'm going to bed. Experimenting with new nonsense words. Why don't you experiment with using like real words properly? All right, I'll clue you into something. You haven't mastered the words that exist. You don't need to be just throwing out nonsense, bro. Pid, hello from DC. Like the comic universe? Are you from the same comic universe as Batman? Is that what's going on? That hat's almost as old as Carly. So, pre-release is tomorrow. I'm hyped. It's going to be a good time. I noticed something pretty disappointing, I've got to admit. When it comes to the little folded up insert for the pre-release kits, on the back it's got what it normally has, right? It's got your little deck building guide, which is fine. But then the other side doesn't have any art at all. It's just, here's a bunch of Magic products you can buy. Which, I mean, I get why Wizards is doing it, but considering that previously we would get fun little, like some of them had a little bit of advertising on the bottom, but the top would be some kind of unique artwork, and now that's gone. And it's so disappointing that apparently it's blurred the quality of my stream. The stream is protesting. It's like, yo, if you're not going to show me good art, then I ain't going to bother. All right, let's see if we can fix that. Whoop. Bum, bum, bum. Carly has a friend visiting, and they just watched The Cleansing Hour, which is a dumb movie that we talked about over on the movie review channel. So she just sat down for another watching of it, and it doesn't get any better. And her friend was just like, what's this crap about the internet? It's like, we're down to 4% internet. We're down to 1% internet. It's ridiculous. Where is Fibblethip? What about Fibblethip, Finn? I mean, he's around here somewhere, right? He's lost. And then he's found. Fibblethip has entered the chat, bro. There you go. I bet you weren't even expecting that. But here we go. Little dice pouch buddy, huh? You can open him up and stick your fingers in his butt too, if you didn't know. You can see. Look at that. You meant on the art, you expect promotion stuff. Is Fibblethip even in Foundations though? Is he even in the set? I don't think he is. There's a homunculus card, but it's not Fibblethip. It's like an endless ranks of... Well, what's it called? There's one in here, actually. There's one in this box. Is it like Homunculus Horde? Something like that? Did you guys see that the bonus cards have been revealed for the Marvel decks? And each one of them is Groot. Oh, there it is. Homunculus Horde. So yeah, each one is Groot. Each one is Groot. And one is like Groot being Wolverine. One is Groot dressing up like Iron Man. Another one is Groot with like, it's all like little baby Groot ones. And he's got Captain America's shield. It almost is like it's almost like a Groot bonus secret layer spread across the 5 of them. It feels random, honestly. I don't know what made them choose that. But, you know, people are gonna want it. There's no question about that. Finn, they want you to be angrier that you couldn't get them. Fuck secret layers. I mean, it's just gonna amp up the amount of proxies that's going on, right? There's gonna be more and more people proxying going forwards, because if you can't get the cards and you want them, you can just have them made for a fraction of the price. There we go. Oh man, so the chain of broken things continues. Now it's the furnace / air conditioner that seems to be broken, but unlike everything else, that's actually the problem of the building. So the building the building has to fix that. So thankfully, this is one thing where while it's annoying, it's not actually going to cause me a genuine long-term problem, right? Well, I guess the other stuff breaking isn't a long-term problem, but you know what I'm saying. It's not something I got to deal with. So there's the silver lining, but of course getting it resolved will be annoying. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going to have a good time. Unfortunately, my buddy that I normally go to pre-releases with will not be around. So I'm going by myself. But there'll be people I know there. And I get to use my new ridiculous sleeves as well, right? So, come out. I get to use these sleeves. Which is... It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but it's going to be awesome. It's probably better to leave them in this way. What up, Aldini? What's up, Earthbinder? Aldini, your excited loot's back? Well, that makes one of us, because fuck loot, bro. Can you drop links in here? Nope, they automatically get held. There's no, I don't let anybody share links on my fucking channels, my videos, my live streams, none of it. Because I don't know where they go. And I'm sure as hell not clicking on random links to find out. So a long time ago, I made the blanket rule of no. Because people were trying to share wild shit, fucking hentai links and all this. And it's like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of here. Nope. And also, there's just random people who show up and try and fucking promote their shit too. And it's like, no, I didn't set this up for you. Come check out my shit. Go fuck yourself. That's not what this place is for. Break stop, what's up? You had steak and eggs for dinner. It felt like a perp meal. I mean, that sounds good to me. It's your birthday eve, otherwise known as a regular day. A regular day. Tomorrow's your birthday, right? Today is just any old day. That's how it works. That's how it works. Right? So, I mean, it's got to be close though, right? So in a couple hours, it'll be your birthday. Fisher, you got blueprints for a Lego dice box that looks like a mimic? That's cool, man. That's cool. There you go. Tim says it as a merry unbirthday. Oh, watch out for what he slipped into your tea, bro. It's going to make you small. And then he's going to put you in his pocket and take you to his house. And then he's going to stick a pencil up your butt, like the eraser up the end. And then he's going to make your hair all frizzy. And you're going to be one of those trolls that we had when I was a kid 1,000,000 years ago in school. You guys, you know what I'm talking about. They made movies about him in the recent times. Haven't they made troll movies specifically about those little kind of troll dolls, and the ones that would be pencil enders, whatever the hell they're called. What up, Luke? What up, Jake? Oh, Earthbinder, double glad then, buddy, because I got no interest in any fucking politics whatsoever. So we got an extra win by that being excluded, because holy fuck, are politics boring to me, especially the politics of other countries, right? Because I'm from Canada, and I don't give a fuck about the politics of my own country. So you can enjoy that shit anywhere else on the internet, but this place is free of that shit. Cheems, is this the official wake for Magic the Gathering? I mean, at this point, we're already past that, aren't we? Trolls were Europeans' answers to the shrunken head. What? What the hell are you talking about? Finn, can you get MTG proxies from Etsy with big jugs? You can get any proxy you want. You can literally make a Vivian. You can make a Vivian proxy where her tits are as big as your head and her head is your head. Terrence, you love maple bacon? I like regular bacon better than maple bacon, bro. Trolls were little people. Oh, are you saying when they saw shrunken heads, they thought that was evidence of trolls? Wait, Avocado, what solutions do goblins bring, bro? What are you talking about? What are goblins going to solve, man? What possible dilemma can you have where the solution is goblins? That don't sound right to me. That does not sound correct. Fisher, you just realized now that they put that little bit of cloth over Nissa's boob window? That's like, that happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Wizard was like, cover up that little jug slot. But jug slots are making a comeback. They're, Wizards is easing up a little bit. Free the titty, yo. What up, Juggler? How you doing, buddy? Octopus today decided to get stocks instead of buying mana vaults. I mean, I don't know anything about the stock market, but it feels like that is way smarter to invest in than like investing in Magic the Gathering. So, seems like a good choice to me, buddy. Pick some good stocks. Pick some good stocks, son. Fisher, you never noticed you bought the original and you're like, wait a minute, what the hell? Yeah, that was like millions of years ago. Very random. Wizards has become even more prudish, although they're backing off on that. And let me be clear, very prudish just towards women. With men, they're like, can we show Oko's bulge kind of coming up out of his pants along with that ripped ab thing? But with the ladies, they're like, excuse me, Johannes, but we can see Galia's belly button. You have to cover that up. They literally made him redo his artwork because you could see Galia's belly button because they were being hardcore, like, cover the women up. And it's just like, oh, way to respect their choices. You guys could only dress one particular way. Completely encapsulated. Ew, women's skin. Gross. We believe in you, though, and empower you. Okay. Hey, MS says, Plinko me, Hatcher. All right, buddy. But you got to pick a slot, son. You got to pick a slot 1 to 8 for the Plinko to be great. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if you want a closer look at the Plinko, we've got Force of Will on the left-hand side, and we've got Goddess Story on the right-hand side. And in the middle, it's all foundations. So foundations in the middle, left and right, different variations of titty action. Can you show Garuk licking Oko's right ball? No, because Garuk is too manly. he's too manly. For his sins against Liliana, he is not allowed to be anything other than like one random uncommon in Foundations. And that's your mention of Garuk. That's all you get. That's all you get. All right, so number 3 is the choice. Let's do it. Where are the Plinko chips? Where is them Plinko chippage? There's one. There's so many of them. It should be like evident. All right, hold on. Let's bring up the Plinko in full view. Yeah, Millmaster, they did make some of them Ugmos too. That's true. All right, number 3, let's go. Oh, all right. Straight out the gates, we're going with some Force of Will. Looking for them big fat jugs. All right, let's see what we got. Jake, you got around to watching the first video on the movie review channel. We're hilarious reviewing movies. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Hold on. I guess now that we're talking about it, I'm going to grab the link for the movie review channel too. And we'll drop that here in the chat. In case you guys haven't seen it yet. All right. Bam. And there we go. All right. There's the movie review channel in case you want to get you some of that goodness. Oh, let's make sure the camera's focused up here too. Celeste Evangel got addicted to sweets. Are you sure she didn't just get addicted to literally eating lard? Because she became so fat and looks goofy with her messed up makeup. Like, oh, it's so funny that misguided nonsense is, hey, here's our art direction now. Can you make her fat and ugly so that we can show that we respect women? It's so stupid. Okay. Well, let's look at some cards from a game that believes that attractive women are totally acceptable. All right? Let's see if we can find some fat jugs, yo. We're starting out with an old dude. That's not a good sign. Then, who cares? You're a dragon. That Howl's walking jank house. Then we got another dude reaching out to grab your junk. And there's a lady under a sheet. That's the way wizards like it. Oh, this little weird freak. And then a portal. Oh, here we go. Starting to lose hope. But there are them fat jugs. There's some orbs, bro. There's some goodness. They look pretty big. Not too shabby. Let's find some more. All right, a wolf. And then goofy looking. Well, I mean, she's got some jugs going on, but the card looks so goofy to me. There's just something about the positioning of her head and her body. Her body looks like stout as hell, man. It looks stout as hell. But we did get soul resonance, and that's got some jug resonance, so that's a win. That's a win, but only one set of jugs? I gotta say, that's a letdown. Break stop. Oh, you want the trailer for the movie channel? You got it, buddy.
Wow!
Just move the bones! Who's ready to get got? Blah, blah, blah. I'm the actual devil. Whoopity boopity. Buckle up for 45 minutes of nothing. Of nothing. Hatcher Movie Talks. Subscribe, or you'll probably die or something. Yeah, the movie talk stuff is a lot of fun. We're having a good time with it, and it's still new. Like, we're still exploring exactly how we want to do things, you know? We did the horror roundups, but like going forwards, it's going to be a bit different. The next video is going to be different than the ones we've already done. Finn, an advert for the hen. All I got for the hen is the thing that I play at the beginning of the stream, and I already played that. That's it. That's it. Lasagna, the special art for the new Magic Foundations is weird. New special art. I don't think I know what you're talking about, man. Unless I've seen it and just don't recall it. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Millmaster, what, you want a woman with a long warranty? Well, you gotta wait until they start producing robo people. I think I saw something recently where they're like making home help robots and stuff, but I didn't know if when I saw it, it was just some AI generated fakeness, because there's more fake stuff than ever. Some of the Facebook posts that I've seen are random, like it's randomly created by an AI. Check out these hilarious things about, like, what is it, cartoon characters that you're a fan of. And then you look at the picture, and the picture below that isn't a cartoon. It's a real life woman going, "Why is my dog doing this?" And then below, "I found out why my dog's doing it. You won't believe it." And then down at the bottom, it was like the actual link says 25 flowers you'll love. And I'm just like, what is this? It's 3 random things stapled together. Like, we're in this new era of complete fucking nonsense, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What up, Rex? What up, Got? How's it going, buddy? The mana foils? I must be missing out on this stuff. I've just seen regular foils. I haven't seen any weird... All I've seen is like some alternate art extended bordered cards. So I guess maybe I'll know more about what you guys are talking about tomorrow when I go to the event, maybe. But for now, I've opened like a box. What up, Larry? Earthbinder, you feel like this is a question you could ask here? If I could make love to a magic card, which would it be? Oh, see, like sweet tenderness? Bro, you're right, you could ask questions like that here. Once upon a time, this channel used to be, like, the live streams are wild. The videos used to be wild as fuck, too. I used to have a video called the top 25 most powerful cards that I want to have powerful sex with. And I talked about fucking dinosaurs and all kinds of shit. But if it's making love, then it's got to be Sarah. Oh, sweet Sarah, don't give up on life when the bandit attacks you. I know your love is gone, but you can love my dong, right? Mana foils are like step and complete foils, but with the 5 mana symbols. All right. Rex, that'll be the future. I don't feel like it's hard now to figure out what's AI generated, but if you give it 5 years, then I think it will be very difficult to tell what's AI generated. Now it's easy to tell because they'll just be like that fucking Daredevil trailer or whatever, where they stop, you see the hand and it's got 5 fingers and a thumb. And it's like, there's an extra finger on this. Inigo Montoya's coming for you, motherfucker. You know? Bring back the 6 color videos. I can't, you know what, bro? Those were a mistake. They got me into all kinds of different problems. You get fucking people putting copyrighted music in them that passed the test originally, and then later on, a year later, all of a sudden, running into copyright issues. People who ended up being complete fucking assholes and like fucking turning on me, and that they're at the end of my videos and stuff. Like, it turned out to be not good. So I've learned there's certain ways to get people involved and other ways to not get, like, if my channel was so big that I guess I just didn't know anybody and I was just throwing them in, then I wouldn't even know. But it's just like, there's all kinds of different problems. I can't even remember all the problems it caused me. But at a certain point, I went, oh, I can't use this. I can't use any of these. And I had to go back and just get rid of all of it, which sucked. So, Sour Balls coming in and gifting the membership to Jake. Jake, you just got Sour Balls. All right, Sour, you are the member lord. Larry, you got to get your basic lands and tokens ready for the pre-release. Do it up, big boy. I don't have to worry about bringing lands because the store I go to always has lands available, which is sweet. Not having to worry about that is a bonus. Luke, you missed the OG artists like Quentin Hoover? Yeah, Quentin Hoover's fucking dead, unfortunately. My buddy actually was able to bid on his storage locker. So my buddy ended up with all the stuff that was in Quentin Hoover's storage. So he has alpha and beta artist proofs of his original cards and like all kinds of stuff. He's a huge fan of Quentin Hoover stuff and collects everything he get his hands on. So he got that. He actually brought me one of the Earthbinds artist proofs. Groot bonus card might be because of Marvel's Rival release. That's possible, Kakoshi. It might also just be because Groot is like popular as well, right? People like Groot. They're using Groot in their ads with a new Groot skin. Fair enough. He's pretty marketable, right? Break stop, you bring your own basics so they match and you can get the art that you like. Probably because they're marked cards, I'm guessing. You're a fucking cheater. I'm saying it here, now, on the eve of your birthday. I'm calling you out, you cheating fuck. What up, Splenda? How you doing, buddy? Larry, your local game store has basic lands. You just sleeve your own to save time. Fair enough. I don't take very long to get my decks ready for pre-release because I tend to go like this. I look through my rares and I pick 2 colors I want to play based on that, and I take all the cards of those colors and all the colorless cards and I put them into a pile and add lands, and that's my deck. And if anything is complete garbage in there because I didn't even read the cards, I don't read all my cards. I just go, okay, I'm playing these 2 colors. Boom, put them all in. And then if there's stuff that absolutely doesn't work, and I'm like, oh, this will not work in this deck at all, then I just take it out after the first game. And that's it. That's my strategy. I don't worry about it too much. I just have a good time. And I still end up getting wins that way too. So, I don't take it too seriously. I don't worry about, I got to get it to a tight 40. I'm just like, meh, whatevs, man. Whatevs. Yeah, Margot, ew, gross, dirty, used lands? No thanks. I don't want beat up jank lands. Fisher, you miss Matt Cavada. You have prints of Imperial Hellkite, Nuna's Prowler. His art had such life to it. I find that a lot of the older art had more personality, and Magic created more of a homogenized style guide. So, like, all the Cathars from Innistrad, all of the dudes on Amonkhet, like, yeah, there's a uniformity to them, but there's also like a blandness built in too, you know? That's what it feels like. And that's not all art. It's just the overall feel of it. It feels less special than it used to. Which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? We still do get some really standout pieces of artwork. Like Storm the Seed Core is one that sticks with me years after it's been printed because it's so epic. It's so good. Wow, Larry, you're really putting a lot more thought into it than I do, bro. You're going to use basics from all these different core sets since this is basically a core set on theme. Usually when I go, the basic land box has just been topped up with some stuff from the newest set. So I'm guessing that for the last X number of pre-releases, I'm like the first one done my deck because like I said, I just pick 2 colors, shove everything in and just go, let's have fun. Who cares? And so I'm usually the first to the land box, which means I'm grabbing lands from the brand new set. So the lands match my deck in that way, but it's not like I demand it or anything. I just go, oh, they're right here at the front, and I'm not going to dig through looking for lands that I like. The most I'll do is maybe make sure I've got a roughly even amount of the different artwork. If there's 2 different land types, I'll go, all right, I'm going to pick half this island, half this island, right? Shelton, you're watching old episodes of The Price is Right, and they're doing Plinko right now as well. So weird. Bro, I loved watching The Price is Right when I was growing up. Whenever I was sick and didn't have to go to school, I always looked forward to watching The Price is Right. They have so many fun games. Plinko, the big spinny wheel, the dice game, the fucking yodeling guy, right? Like, it was great. That show is basically all just ads and product placement, but done in a way where I don't care. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it with Drew Carey because I think Drew Carey's a fucking prick. And, like, he's not a good host. Like, Bob Barker always was a class act, it seems like. Bob Barker always made everybody feel welcome, it felt like. And even if he was teasing somebody, it was done good-naturedly. Where Drew Carey feels like he's looking down on the contestants. Like, he's so fucking self-absorbed, and you can feel it. It's the same thing with Whose Line Is It Anyways, where he's like, I brought Whose Line Is It over, and I tell you the points don't matter. You're not supposed to do that, you fucking idiot. And you know what else you're not supposed to do? Is don't fucking get into the show. Okay, Drew Carey? We don't want you as part of this. Like, it's just this vain ego bullshit where it's like, I'm going to be a part of the end. No, fuck you. No, we're going to get rid of one of the people. No. You fuck off, okay? You can get completely off of the show. We don't need you. You add nothing. Drew Carey fucking sucks. The only thing he did that was good was the Drew Carey show. And everything else has just been him inserting himself into other fucking properties and actively making them worse. So, Bob Barker, Price is Right, is classic as fuck, bro. 100%. Quentin Hoover did the artwork for a proposal. I did not know that, Avocado. S, do I play Commander? Virtually, no. I have played Commander, but I don't really play Commander because I don't like 4-player Magic. I like my Magic games to be one-on-one. I can't stand the idiocy of politics in Commander. I can't handle it. People's threat assessment is terrible. People will just, they have grudges from like 2 weeks ago that have nothing to do with the game that will influence the game. And there's just so much crap that feels like it comes along with Commander. And people are such babies if you attack them and shit. And it's like, fuck you, you crybaby bitch. That's how I win the game, is by killing you. So, why are you attacking me? Because I want you to die. Because I don't care. I don't care if you want to stay in the game. See, the whole point is to kill the 3 of you fucking idiots. So, I don't feel like pretending like, oh no, I'm just here to hang out. 1 to you, 1 to you, 1 to you. Oh, I did 2 to you, so I gotta make sure I do a second point to you. Fuck that. Knock somebody out of the game. Cry about it, bitch. Did you not come here to play? I'm sorry, do you not have a strategy to win? Oh, are you going to cry because you've played one of your 2-card combo and as soon as you play the second card, you win the entire game, but I'm somehow supposed to leave you alone because you only have 1 card out? Listen, idiot, you need to play 1 card and you automatically win. Yeah, but I don't have it. And you won't have it because I'm going to fucking kill you. Right? That's it. Like, it's idiocy to do anything else. Well, I know you're just 1 card from victory, but you know what? I'm going to attack him for 4. Oh, great. I can't wait to win. Play one-on-one and earn your fucking wins instead of fucking acting like a crybaby bitch and being like, oh, don't attack me. I'm no threat. I win. Oh my God, I'm awesome. Fucking hate it. I hate it, which is a shame because I love the idea of singleton decks. I love a massive amount of variety in my gameplay. I find that to be genuinely enjoyable, but I find multiplayer Magic to be obnoxious, right? I have this problem even with my fucking friends. Playing a game with my friend, and he's like, I'm going to destroy a Basalt Monolith. And it's like, bro, I have 9 lands out. This is mana 10 through 12. And you know there's nothing in my deck that's going to go explosive with this shit. I don't even need this mana. He's got a Magistrate Scepter and other things to combo with it, so we can start taking multiple turns in a row. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I feel like you're a really good player and I'm going to destroy your Basalt Monolith. Listen, look at what he has on the board right now. He's literally going to take a bunch of extra turns, you fucking idiot. Read the cards, you fucking magoo. No, I'm going to destroy your Basalt, man. It's just mana. I'm not going to do anything with it. I can't. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. There's nothing in my deck that costs 12 mana. There's no combos with this. You're just being a fucking fool and he's going to get to do I'm still doing it. One-on-one Magic, where we're both just trying to tear each other's ball bags off. That's it, baby. What format do I play most then? My favorite format is Cube. I play Standard. I play limited formats, drafts, pre-releases, all that stuff. Uber, a guy you were playing against was almost in tears because you attacked him. Oh my God. Jess, yeah, the scene with Bob Barker in fucking Happy Gilmore is great. Teferi, yeah, Drew Carey makes it feels like he has somewhere else to be. He does give that vibe when he's hosting The Price is Right. You're right. Why are you attacking me? Uber, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Yeah, Hwangarang, exactly. Fucking thumbs down to Drew Carey's garbage fucking hosting of those shows. Uber, yes, that's what they want. They want to feel like they've earned a win and they've fucking manipulated you around and all this other stuff. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Break stop, I mean, that happens to a lot of people where you're just not going to be the one to win. It's a 4-player game, right? So you're only going to win 25% of the time. S, if you like Commander, go play it. There's tons of people who like it. There's tons of people who apparently don't have an issue with they don't feel the same way as I do. And that's fine. I like one-on-one Magic. I love Cube. And people are like, can we play 3-player? And I'm like, no. I play one-on-one. You can play me later, or you can find somebody else and play with another chunk of my cube, but there is zero chance I'm sitting down for a 3-player game of dumb fuckery. It's just like, hey, instead of us like playing chess like one-on-one, why don't we have a third person just grab random pieces and move them around and shove stuff and get upset? And it's just like, what? Why? Why would you want this, right? Break stop, yes, that basalt monolith, yes. Heavy emphasis on the salt part of basalt. Willie, you fucking Magoo, you don't know why that kind of got you? Because it sounds good, man. It sounds good. What would happen if every single card ever was in Magic was in one virtual deck with lands ratioed for? That'd be fun. You get a lot of variety, but it would also probably be maddening with like the variance in terms of what land did you get versus what card did you get. There's like 30 some odd thousand Magic cards now. And a lot of them not so good. What up, Keebla? A guy at your table convinced everyone that Winter Orb was a good thing and let it happen? That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. Fisher, at your table, if someone tries to politic the table, they tend to immediately become the enemy because of the weakness of trying to manipulate people. Fair enough. Every table's different. Yep, that's what's happened. Wizards of the Coast has pushed Commander as the format, and as a result, that they stopped supporting other stuff, and it all withered away. That's why they're now desperately trying to figure out how to get Standard going again. And they're like, well, Foundations, you actually have an on-ramp, and we'll create events that are meant for beginners, and we're going to put every new set into Standard, like all of it, because they burned Standard to the ground, bro. There used to be Standard going on every weekend, every single weekend. Friday Night Magic, Saturday, Sunday, all Standard every weekend. And then when that stuff's over, maybe Draft or Commander, right? And then it changed to just people playing Commander. Wizards did that. They were like, oh, our research shows that the majority of people are casual, and Commander's a casual format. So everything's Commander. Every set will be based around Commander. Every set will have Commander decks. And then they came out and said, hey guys, why aren't people buying Standard sets and playing Standard? And it's like, because you fucking told us not to and made the only place you could play Standard on Arena. And they're like, but we like all the money we got from selling Standard sets, so fucking play it. And everyone was like, fuck you. You destroyed the Pro Tour. You fucking destroyed the actual coming in to play it, and you just went, everything's Commander. You yourself said everything is Commander. And then you just went, why is everything Commander now? Because you did that, idiot. It's like if you go and piss on all the fucking walls and everything in your house, and then you walk in 2 days later and go, why does it smell like piss in here? You idiot. You're the reason. You fucking moron. You did this. That's the deal. So whatever, man. Commander's not for everybody. It's not for me. It's not for me. One-on-one Commander can work. right? 100 card deck, we're only playing one copy of each card. I love the singleton. My cube is singleton. You get way more variety that way. I have a 250 card green deck. That's a standard deck for Arena to give me more variance. Although, admittedly, I don't play it right now because what's the point? The deck can't stand up to fucking the decks du jour like Mono Red Insanity. So I don't play any standard ranked stuff. On Arena, I mostly just play with the beginner decks because you can have a game that goes past turn 4 or 5. Like, it's crazy. Even the starter decks have some really like blow out the gates moves, but at least the game moves a little slower, you know? Canadian Highlander, yeah, there you go. Highlander is a singleton format as well. I'm down for it. I fucking hate multiplayer Magic. That's the reality. I don't give a shit about, like, if I want to play multiplayer games, I'll play other things. There's better ways to have multiplayer experiences. One-on-one Magic. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So they're back to only one pre-release code per per account for Arena now. So you can only use one Foundations code. And apparently they're going to be getting rid of that altogether. You won't be getting the pre-release codes anymore in the decks. And you will need to log into like Wizards tournament app. And then it will automatically give you... Something's going on out there. Johnston, you've been a long time lurker. Do you mean like here? Or outside women's change rooms? Or, or what, bro? What kind of lurker? I assume you're talking about on the streams. Lurka-durkin. Which is, by the way, a perfectly fine way to do things, right? I got no problem with people lurking. I'll let you in on a little secret. I go to a whole bunch of live streams, and I rarely say anything in most of them. So I've been in Magic live streams with you guys, people in this chat who didn't know I was there because I didn't say anything in the chat. It's totally fine to just put it on as background noise while you're playing games, chilling, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. So it's always good when people come and be a part of the chat, but I also got respect for the fucking lurkers. It's better if you come and chat, but I understand the lurking. I understand it. Johnson, what now? It's a good question. I'm curious to what Magic's going to feel like 4 to 6 months down the road from now. Foundations is here to finish off the year, and then we're going to start off with like Aether Drift next year, which is more of the Thunder Junction nonsense where it's just like, everybody put on motorcycle hats now because we're the motorcycle car beep beep gang, right? So there's going to be that. And then we're going to move into like the actual universe beyond stuff. And that's when shit gets wild. When all of a sudden you're playing fucking Magic on Arena and some Spider-Man doesn't feel like magic and it never can. Does it suck? Probably. Noob, you mainly lurk? Been years? Yeah, you've been around for a long time, bro. Rex, yeah, that'd be sweet, man. If you got digital packs for getting physical packs, but the problem is Wizards is way too fucking greedy for that. Way too greedy. That's too consumer friendly. What up, Everyday? How you doing? Cyberpunk Wacky Racers. That's not wrong, man. You tain't wrong. Happy Gilmore 2 comes out in 4 months. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's going to be awful. That's going to be awful. Adam Sandler doesn't try in comedy movies anymore. Their excuse is to go on vacation and shit. And Happy Gilmore's story is done. It's all resolved in the original movie. So he's like, what do they do? What's he going to be, a washed up hack now so he can have like a redemption story? Because he started down here and ended up here. He won all the money. He beat Shooter McGavin. He's got the girl. He's in his happy place. It's done. Happy Gilmore is done. So there is zero excitement in me for that. Do I know if the original 3 Cauldron artifacts are the same piece of artwork? Probably, Fisher, but I don't know for a fact. Shooter is back? Oh, really, Ronald? Really? Why? What even can he do? I'm buying your other grandmother's house, and I'm gonna take a dump in her toilet. But at Upper Decker. Oh. I'm gonna bang your grandma, Happy Gilmore. Right? Like, what? 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 Why? Why? Millmaster says, I wouldn't mind having a friend like you. Number 2. All right. Millmaster has chosen slot 2 for Plinko and is Lord of the Board. Exactly. Happy Gilmore is a one and done movie. It is everything in there. There's nothing else to do with it. There's nothing else to do with that at all. All right, Millmaster, Lord on the Board. Oh, hold on. Gotta make that big enough that you can see it. Chubb's wooden hand is back. Who cares? There's nothing. That's not, like, it's nothing. It's a, remember this? Remember this? Yeah, I do remember it. I remember the movie being funny, too. You're gonna deliver on that? Well, we're gonna try. I fucking doubt it. It's all in the hips. Oh, I'm so fat. I'm fat now. It's all in my hips. Oh, what a reference to the original. I want to drink bleach. Okay. All right, foundations. Let's go. Let's look at some magical rectangles. Magical rectangles. Oh, shit. Oh, it's the fucking... Wait, what is... This is... Oh, there's a napkin under my desk. Look at that. This is now the Dirt stream, guys. Check it out. This is fucking Joe Dirt number 4. Oh, is that a meteor down there? Nope, it's a lump of crap. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Joe Dirt 4. Bang the old blonde lady, Joe Dirt. You're the everyman, Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt. Yeah. Fucking Christ. All right, let me pick that camera back up and put it back up there, and we'll have to adjust it for the next Plinko drop, I'm sure. Okay. All right. Jess, you think it's your fault? People like yours fault because you've wanted it for whatever? Why would you even want it? What's there to do with it? Like, I just don't see the point. I don't see the point. Habanero, you think Universe Beyond is fine and that Wizards has done the research and everything's going to turn out all right? Well, that is certainly an opinion. I think you're being sarcastic. All right, what do we got? Let's see if we find anything new. I think I've seen like all the commons from the set now, but I could be wrong. Seen all these so far. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen this uncommon yet. This is Secluded Courtyard. As it enters, choose a creature type, tap to add a colorless, tap to add a mana of any color, but only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type, or activate an ability of a creature of the chosen type. Was this in Kamigawa? Essence Scatter? I didn't know that was in the set. And now it's an uncommon. It's an interesting choice. Essence Scatter's always been a common. Did they decide they wanted to make countering stuff a little more less likely in drafts or something? Joust Through. Yep, I've seen that one. Lunar Insight. We've seen this rare. A blue and 2. Sorcery. Draw a card for each different mana value among non-land permanents you control. I thought originally that would mean like 2 black and 1 and 2 and 1 black were different, but this apparently, when it says mana value, it means converted mana cost. So, or something like that, unfortunately. Twin Flame Tyrant, there you go. Now that's exciting. 2 red and 3 for a 3/5 flying dragon, and if a source you control will deal damage to an opponent or a permanent they control, double that damage instead. Hell yeah! I like that. Foil Firebrand Archer and a foil Scoured Baron, and then a little human token and a knight token. 3/3 beefy. Her horse's legs look too short for that big fat barrel body, don't they? Do they not? All right, well, let's separate out the rares and the foils just to make things easier for him. When I take him back to the game store tomorrow, I'm going to show up before the pre-release starts, but not that much before the pre-release starts. So it's easier if I make sure that all the rares and foils are in a separate, like I put them in the actual pre-release kit. So I can go, here you go, here's your fucking rares and foils. And I'm not going to tell him that he got a loot forest. I'm not going to mention that he got a forest with loot on it, because double thumbs down to loot. He can suck it. Jess, you just deep down, you want movies as good quality as Sandler's early stuff. Well, I agree with that, man. Give me something like the Wedding Singer, right? The original Happy Gilmore. That shit was fun. Genuinely fun. They're making a new Home Alone. They've already made like 7 Home Alones. So making another one to me doesn't mean anything. It's not the same as like doing another Happy Gilmore out of nowhere, right? Are gates and foundations? I saw people talking about gates decks and stuff and Maze's End, but I haven't seen any gates or Maze's End. So I'm like, is it a meme? There's a Grinch 2 coming? What even? It's done. It's done. His heart was size too small, and then it got big. And James Earl Jones sings about stinky banana peels. It's got it all. It's got it all. Macaulay Culkin and his mom arrive at a cabin and they're early and the other family's flight's delayed, and who tries to break in? Harry and Marv? Are you just making shit up? Like, the crazy thing is we live in a world where it could be either reality. You could just be talking out of your ass, or that could be a real fucking thing. Like, my brain goes, fuck off, but then it goes, no, but I mean, they make so much garbage now, and they're trying to like, revitalize every corpse of things from before. Millmaster, if John Hughes didn't write it, it isn't Home Alone. That guy writes movies you can actually watch. What up, Goonies? It's not James Earl Jones. Dude's name is Ravencroft or something. Oh, really? The guy who I assumed that it was James Earl Jones. But if it's somebody else, he's obviously got a badass voice as well. Want to see Titanic 3? Did they make a Titanic 2? I mean, every Titanic movie is just going to be a reboot with the Titanic sinking, right? It's real and it's on Disney Plus. I don't even want to check it out, man. I don't want to. Wonder if the hotel manager from Home Alone 2 will make a cameo appearance. Keep the change, you filthy animal. I never really paid attention to who the writers were of movies. I never really paid attention to directors of movies in most cases. I think the only exception for a large part of my life was Quentin Tarantino. You know? I was like, oh, a Tarantino film. Okay, it'll probably be pretty good. But I never thought that way or talked that way about any directors, really. I've noticed that because talking with Carly about movies, she spent more time looking into directors and writers of movies, and I feel like most of the time I pay no attention and don't care, you know? Break stop. Oh yeah, when you watch something old and the prices of stuff back then, you're just like watching a show from like 30 years ago and you see the menu in the background and you're like, God, things were so cheap, bro. Things were so cheap. In the original Grinch animation, it was sung by Thurl Ravenscroft, who was also the original voice of Tony the Tiger. All right. I can believe it. I can believe that. 100%. All right. Intermission so I can go and hold my dick. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. All right, I'm back. So yeah, man, current era movies fucking mostly suck. Mostly suck. Full Metal Jacket's great. Absolutely love Full Metal Jacket. Clockwork Orange is wild. Eyes Wide Shut. I remember watching that. I don't feel like I'd ever care to watch it again. That's just how I feel. But yeah, I never paid attention to directors or writers, and I probably should have, you know? Oh, Kevin Smith, yeah, never mind. I knew Kevin Smith movies as well, you know. The original Clerks, Chase and Amy, Dogma. I enjoyed that stuff. So I guess it wasn't just Tarantino, but few and far between. But now Carly's been like writing this stuff down to talk about different directors and writers for different things. And it's making me realize I should pay more attention. You know, like when we liked that one horror movie, Oddity, it turns out that watching another movie by the same guy, Caveat, was also enjoyable for me. So the same way if a band makes music you like, you can look into more. Although I tend to have a thing where I don't look into more of a band's music unless I've heard two of their songs that I like. If I hear two, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll see what else you got going on. The more of the songs I hear from a band that I like, the more likely I am to pursue more about it. But like, I don't pay attention to credits, movies, all of it, you know? Goonies, yeah, man, I loved Mallrats. It's great. It's a good one. You face forward, or you face the possibility of permanent damage. You get smacked in the face with a ladder. That kid is back on the escalator. When do I get to see the fucking sailboat? Habanero, always watch the credits so you can figure out who the key grip is. That makes me think of Tropic Thunder, where that amazing character played by Tom Cruise is like, who's like the key grip, and fucking, it's like, I want you to punch him in the face really hard. Bam! You know? And it's just like, that guy looked beefy. So my brain just goes, whoever has that job is strong as hell. Ronald, you liked my intermission? It's good shit. It's good shit. Also, it's a real thing. Actually use my Amazon link. Don't be a fucking dink. Jess, you like 21 Pilots, but it ended up being you just like the big songs because everything else sounds the same. Well, I mean, that's kind of the way it goes. That's what you like. You like the sound, right? But if the other songs don't stick out to you, because every band has its like best songs. I'm old enough to remember the days when you would actually get songs as full-on albums, either on a tape or a CD. So instead of hearing like a song on YouTube or whatever, they'd play a song or two on the radio, and then you'd get a CD or the tape, and ultimately be usually pretty disappointed by most of it. And then there were like rare exceptions where you're like, this is fucking banger. Soundgarden, Super Unknown, it was just like, wow, this is so good. Like, 4th of July or whatever. Goon, goon. It's but overall, that album's banger. Fucking Siamese Dream by Smashing Pumpkins. Mwah, magnificent. Fucking magnificent. Like AC/DC, but they have 2 good songs and everything else is Dirty Deeds. I triggered somebody so hard by saying AC/DC just look like a bunch of fucking garbage men, like a bunch of construction workers. And then there's one douchebag who wears a fucking schoolboy outfit and all their songs sound the same. And Buddy got so fucking triggered by that. He got so triggered. He took it so personally. It's funny how personally people will take some of that shit. And it's just like, you're not in the band. So me making fun of it shouldn't really like hurt you this much, you know? One of my friends thought Dirty Deeds was Dirty Jeans. He thought he thought Dirty Deeds was Dirty Jeans. And another one of my friends thought that Metallica's sad but true. Sad but true. He fucking heard Sex Patrol. That's what he thought it was. He thought Sad but True was Sex Patrol. Oh. Old school Metallica was pretty fucking good, man. Pretty good. Fisher, you got a drinking game where you play the first 5 seconds of a ZZ Top song and everyone guesses which song it is? I don't even know how many other songs I know. Off the top of my head, like 2. Sharp Dressed Man, and then that one, it's like Lord Take Me Down. I'm just looking for some touch or something like that. Habanero, it's an old bit from Mystery Science Theater. Okay, fair enough. I will fully admit that I've never really watched that because I think I saw it once on TV and didn't enjoy it and was like, and I've never gone back. I've never gone back to check it out. Concrete Jungle, New York Tomato. Oh, is that supposed to be like the Alicia Keys? My favorite rendition of that is the one on 30 Rock where she goes, concrete bunghole where dreams are made up. Concrete bunghole where dreams are made up. There's nothing you can do. That's literally 30 Rock is fucking hilarious. If you've never seen it, it is a banger of a show. It is fucking hilarious and has so many just random comedic gems in it. Just the effort that's put into extra shit. Like Tracy Morgan's one song, Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. Spooky, scary. Boys becoming men. Men becoming wolves. It's so it's so good. It is great. What up, Hugh? All their songs are played in the same 3 chords and have the same timing, so it's fairly difficult. Couldn't you just do the same thing with Green Day? Joe, you thought the band Buck Cherry was called Butt Cherry? That's funny. One of the recent ones for me where I misheard the lyrics is that it's from the last few years or whatever. That Katy Perry song "Feels" or whatever. But like, it's like, don't be afraid to catch these feels. But it sounds like fish. Don't be afraid to catch these fish. I know you ain't afraid about fish. Like that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Although I do very much enjoy that one Drake song where I'm pretty sure the lyrics are saying, I'm shutting shit down at the mall. But to me, when I hear it, it sounds like he says, I shouldn't shit down at the mall. And it's just like, like that's hilarious to me. And the actual lyrics that come after that are also funny. I can hear them properly. But he's like, but understand nothing was done for me. So I ain't even stopping at all. So it just sounds like he's like, I refuse to fucking not shit down at the mall. Like, it's just... Keebler, a dude at the game store tonight, told you he was very surprised to hear you top forward a PQ. And he said he thought you were just an old dude who likes to fuck around with card games. That was the nicest thing. Did you tell him afterward that it's a lie? I don't even know how to play Magic. Millmaster, see, I know the references to Blinded by the Light, but I've never experienced, like, I never heard that song before I heard other people talking about the lyric thing, so I never experienced it the same way. Zircon, you still don't know the real words for that? It's something about a deuce, right? Something a runner in the night. You remember hearing that even Hendrix made fun of the fact that his one lyric sounds like "Excuse me while I kiss this guy"? Yeah, it's true. It does. It does legitimately sound like that. That's it. There you go. Flowers got it. Revved up like a deuce. But nothing's topped. I shouldn't shit down at the mall. That's my favorite so far. Daniel, a deuce is a car. Oh, I would have thought that it was referencing like poker or something like that. Wasn't Blinded by the Light a reference to a ship that exploded in Canada? Pff, I have no idea. Blinded by the Light is also the name of Final Fantasy 13's normal battle theme. I haven't played any Final Fantasy since 12, man. Yeah, Drake shitting down at the mall. That makes me laugh. Man. Well, I made some fucking dope ass popcorn for tonight. It's all ready to go. Flavor cold, oiled up, and because I've just been eating Halloween candy lately. Like just random little bags of Lay's and cheesies and stuff. It's been a while since I've had some proper popcorn. So tonight's going to be some enjoyable movie and some popcorn. Watched the movie Go for the first time last night. And it's totally got that 90s like crime vibe to it, but like on the more comedic side of things, you know? Colt, see, Final Fantasy 12 for me was the end of me playing Final Fantasy games. I really liked the Gambit system. I thought that was kind of cool. But the characters felt like very uninspired. Their stories weren't engaging. They were very like generic and tropey feeling. And I feel like everybody could just use the same gear and abilities pretty much. So like everything felt so generic, and I didn't feel compelled to finish the game. At a certain point I just stopped playing because I didn't care. Like I didn't care about the story at all. And that makes like a big difference, man. It makes a big difference. It's just like, meh. And so I never got another Final Fantasy. I was just like, I'm good. Like, Final Fantasy was amazing to me at first. I loved the first Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 2, which was actually Final Fantasy 4, was amazing. I was like, this is amazing. Oh my god, I love this so much. And then Final Fantasy 3, which was Final Fantasy 6, blew me the fuck away. I could not get enough of that game. It was incredible. I played through that game so many times. And then Final Fantasy 7 was this big epic thing, but it didn't have the same feel as the previous Final Fantasies. And then Final Fantasy 8 was even more divergent, and I really didn't like it. Final Fantasy 9 was a return to what felt like traditional Final Fantasy-esqueness. And then Final Fantasy 10 was like, I am a blitzballer. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Okay. Okay, then, Waka. This is whack, son. So, Final Fantasy X was like, Final Fantasy X2 was like, here I am, a lady with my guns, and I'm just like, okay, all right. And then Final Fantasy 12 was just like boring and empty feeling, and I just went, hey, I'm done with this series. I'm good. And I never went back. But I still fucking adore Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 4. Like, fucking big time. Square Enix used to slam out the best fucking titles, man. Chrono Trigger, like, they killed it. They killed it. Yeah, Colt, the story was forgettable. 100%. Fisher, Final Fantasy 9 was the last good Final Fantasy game in your opinion? Fair enough. Fair enough. Final Fantasy 9 wasn't too shabby. Habanero Final Fantasy 13 pretty much killed it for you. Hated that game. What a slog. Well, I'm glad I missed it. Was that the one they called Infinite Hallway? Flower, it's true. They were Square Soft before they were Square Enix. But even when they were Square Enix, they were putting out the goodness. They were putting out the goodness. Juggling, you passed on Final Fantasy X. I played it all the way through, and I played X2 all the way through because I was like fucking hardcore with Final Fantasy, and then at a certain point it just fell off, and I'm like, okay. Usually when something falls off, I never come back. That tends to be the way of it, so meh. But speaking of something that seems like it has a bunch of depth to story, Shelton hooked me up with a copy of Fallout 4, and I fucking installed it today. And just the little like intro part with the old-timey informational video, I'm like, oh yeah, this game's gonna have a ton of effort put into it, isn't it? This is gonna be a fucking good one with all kinds of crazy NPCs and stories and everything. I feel like I could really vibe on Fallout 4. I haven't played it yet. I've only played other Fallout games, and Fallout 3 I think is the one I played the most of, and I didn't really play that much of it because I got distracted by other things, not because it's something I would return to. But yeah, Final Fantasy in the old days was like epic level. Epic. Zircon, I didn't get into Elder Scrolls right away because I didn't know about those games. Flower, Chrono Cross was... it wasn't amazing like Chrono Trigger was. Hugh, Fallout 4 is a masterpiece. You started replaying it when they re-released it. Take your time. I downloaded the upgraded graphics pack for it. They have a bunch of DLC too. It looks like there's a lot of different stuff to go with it. But I like big immersive worlds with a lot going on. I fucking loved Skyrim so much. When they take time to make books that you can pick up off the shelf and read and stuff, like that level of detail really adds to the world building. Dungeons, I have not seen the 3D remakes of any of the Final Fantasies. I don't even think I've heard of those. Base building is fun but tedious in Fallout 4. Fair enough. Do I like James Bond? I watched a few of the James Bond movies. I would not classify myself as like a James Bond fan, but I also don't dislike James Bond. So I watched a few James Bond movies when Pierce Brosnan was the fucking James Bond. So like GoldenEye and stuff. And I remember enjoying those. I saw those in the theater. And then I also played a shitload of that GoldenEye game on the N64 with my buddies. One of the best parts of Fallout 4 is your decisions impact the story, even conversations with randoms. That's awesome. That's awesome. Quitting because the game's a grind, I understand that. There was one game, Paladin Quest for the Super Nintendo. They had the random encounters cranked up way too high, so you could only go like 3 steps before getting into a fight, and it still aggravates me to this day. I never finished that game. Final Fantasy Tactics, yeah, that was dope, man. Man, that was so long ago. Crazy. Crazy. Habanero, it's fine, man. Everyone likes games for different reasons. If you didn't like Fallout 4, or liked it the least out of whatever, that's fine. I'm just saying it's got me interested to start with. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. It's got genuine potential though. When I looked at it, I was like, this seems pretty fucking sweet, man. I do like adventuring around, you know? I don't care about like sports games or anything like that. I like to go on grand adventures. Yeah, Jess, I never played World of Warcraft because I'm not going to pay a monthly subscription for a video game, especially if I want to take a break. You know, I'm not interested in that. Oh yeah, Habanero, I'm definitely gonna play it, buddy. I don't let other people like saying that they don't like an experience stop me from doing it if it's something I know I already want to do and have a level of interest in it. If I have no interest or no opinion on something and people are talking poorly of it, then that's more likely to get me to not engage with it. But there's a lot of things that are based on like how you it's subjective as opposed to objective. Certain things where it's just like this is just bad. There's bad and then there's bad for me. There's a difference, you know? Yeah, Breakstop, I've heard good things about New Vegas. I have. I haven't really been getting into any super immersive games lately. I feel like once Magic starts putting the Universe Beyond stuff on Arena, that I will probably not play Arena as much. Like if the starter decks start to become like Spider-Man and other shit like that, then I'll just kind of be like, it'll based on how much fun I'm having. So the time I spend on Arena will be repurposed to other video games that can bring me enjoyment. Colt, yeah, MMOs, I don't play them anymore at all, really, it feels like, because are there any that are worthwhile? They tend to end up being awful now. Larry, yeah, I had the Final Fantasy Tactics on the Advance as well. I remember that. It's so quiet now. I guess Carly's friend left. Some guy wanted Spider-Man 2 for the PS5 and his girlfriend got him Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. Maybe she thought that you could play them backwards compatible. It used to be like that. The PlayStation 2 would play PlayStation 1 and 2 games, and the original generation PlayStation 3 would play 1, 2, and 3, and then they changed that. So, Yeah, there's all kinds of dope gaming experiences now. I love it. And I love the whole fucking Steam thing too. Where I'm once upon a time I was anti Steam. I'm like, I don't want Steam. I want all like the physical games. But then it just became like having a physical game is just having something you put into your computer that says, you gotta download all this shit. And it's just like, oh, okay. Also, I have no trading value anymore. Or, oh, okay. You know, like, so all these things changed, and all of a sudden, Steam became way more attractive. And now I love the fact that I get a new computer and I can just go, oh, Steam, here we go. And now I can just get all my games back through Steam. And it's like, we'll even keep your saves for you and shit. Like, that's fucking amazing. Steam ain't perfect. There's bullshit like when they took the music out of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, we took these songs out of your game. What? It's like, we don't have the license to it anymore. Fuck you, this is what I paid for. Like, if I had a disc of this, you couldn't do this. And it's like, yeah, we took your games. Like, we took your games. We took your songs. You fucking bastards. You know? Yeah, break stop. That's what I thought. It seemed like in Fallout 4, you're like somebody who's just been naively stuck in like a little fucking vault, and then the world's gone through an apocalypse, and now you're going out into the world, and you have no idea what to expect, and you just have like essentially corporate propaganda to inform you, right? Which is not the greatest. And this corporation set up a bunch of different vaults where they like ran all kinds of different experiments. It's super wild, man. It's super wild. Yeah, I don't know, man. Aside from random things like Baldur's Gate, the new one, it seems like a lot of modern games are just like trying to sell you an unfinished product in multiple ways. Like it hasn't fully been tested, and we're just going to use you as a beta test. We'll sell you the game and then we'll fix it afterwards. Also, we don't sell you the whole game. We just sell you like a chunk of the game and you got to buy the rest. Or that Destiny thing where it's like you're buying Destiny, but you've just bought a content delivery system. And then you got to buy the content to go in it. And it's like, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing it. It's like when we were redoing Final Fantasy VII and we're selling it in 3 parts. Oh. Yeah, and you have to pay like fucking $90 a part. Oh, no, fuck you. You know? There's no way. There's no way. Which Grand Theft Auto is my favorite? Vice City. I really loved 3, and I really loved Vice City. Vice City had more character than 3, right? When in 3, your guy doesn't really say anything. In fucking 4, you got, not 4, in Vice City, I should say. You've got Ray Liotta as your voice and a bunch of people from the old crime movies and shit as the other voices. Like, it's got great voice acting, and the missions are awesome. Like, I fucking love it. I love it. Vice City's great. Fisher, yeah, I have on Steam, I have the pixel remaster of Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy 6, which is dope. Yeah, Vice City had awesome radio stations in the vehicles too. That's true. That's true. Vice City was dope, man. And I liked tackling missions in unexpected ways. Like the one golf course mission where you have to take this guy out on the golf course. And when you attack him, all of the Secret Service guys with him will attack you. And that guy will get in a golf cart and he'll ride away from you. And if you get in a golf cart, you're not going to fucking catch him. He gets to the front gate. He runs out the fucking front gate, gets in a car and drives off. And then you go on this big, long car fucking chase trying to take him out. And when you went into the place he's in, it's a country club. So it automatically has you go through a metal detector and all your weaponry is left outside. So you're chasing this guy and then you got to grab your weaponry, hop in a car and chase him, right? And so that's what I did the first time. And I failed that mission and he escaped. And I went, oh, okay. I'm not doing it again that way. Fuck this. So I went and I stole a helicopter. And I just flew over the greens of the country club, landed a million miles away from the guy, pulled out a fucking sniper rifle, boom. Dropped him with the sniper rifle. You see this fucking secret security guys going, oh, running and getting in golf carts, starting to drive towards where I am, but I'm miles away. So I just hop back in my helicopter, back up into the sky, and fly off to a very easy mission accomplished. Fuck yeah. Larry, the difference between Final Fantasy VII coming on 4 discs is that you got the whole game in one go. One purchase equals the whole game. That's the issue. And you didn't have to wait months between chunks of the game. You got the entire product. So it's an irrelevant point to bring up the fact that the PlayStation original one used 4 discs. Jesse used to like to get fucking cooked and play Vice City. That's a great way to spend time, man. I had such great memories of Vice City. And like playing it again in the recent age evoked that like same kind of wow. Like still, it's awesome. You know? Kakashi, 4 discs? Yeah. Yeah. You had to, like, at certain points, you had to switch the discs. Which is inconvenient. It is inconvenient. Yeah, Colt, you know what? It probably will get to the point with AI where people will be able to create, like, without having, you don't need to code and do everything like that, and you can just program worlds that you want to exist by just telling your computer what you want. Luca, would it work to have 2 players drawing from the same deck and playing against each other? Yup. That's fucking actually how we play my cube. So, cube's awesome. It's like the best way to play Magic, hands down. Hands down. Yeah, Vice City's so dope. Where's my money, Tommy? The new Final Fantasy is technically a sequel, not a remake. Isn't it the same story, though? With some very minor tweaks? Habanero, you still have your old 4 black discs for Final Fantasy VII? Man, that was so long ago. Final Fantasy VII was good. It was definitely a very solid game. Not as awesome to me as Final Fantasy VI, though. Final Fantasy VI definitely takes the cake. My favorite Final Fantasy of all time. So, I'm obviously going to be a big fan of any of the Final Fantasy VI Magic the Gathering cards that they make. Wouldn't mind having those at all. And speaking of having cards, I actually sat down and went through all of my Bloomborough lists and started crossing off all of the stuff that I already had. And now I've compiled it down. I now have the list. I now have the list of all the tokens, rares, mythic rares, and alternate arts that I need to complete my set of Bloomborough. So that when we open the booster packs that I've got, can cross them off the list. Oh, there's a lot of alt arts, but when it comes to the rares and mythics, there's not that many overall. Aerith and Sephiroth go back in time to change the outcome of the original game. All right, fair enough. I did not know that. Yeah, Habanero Kefka is so just like right up there on the villain scale. He's so distinct and just awful, right? I'm in the middle of a Final Fantasy VI playthrough again right now, actually. I've gotten to the part where Kefka's... we've already left the floating island, and Kefka's already messed up the world. So, that's pretty sweet. I'm probably going to finish that off before I get into another game like Fallout or whatever. But mostly I've just been waffling around on Arena. Building up my resources and playing Magic, because I like playing Magic. What can I say? Fucking shocker! Surprise! Surprise! Nate, you just moved all their golf carts? Fair enough. I like my grandiose approach, flying in a fucking helicopter like a boss. But moving the golf carts is also a fucking way to do it. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to the pre-release tomorrow. I'm disappointed I don't get to go for Arby's with my buddy, but there are multiple options downtown for food. So there's like a bunch of pizza places, stuff like pizza, whatever. But there's like a new pizza place where they make their own, like actual soda or whatever. They jerk their own soda, something like that. So it seems like a hipster place that might be more expensive. I think there's a place that sells Chicago deep dish pizzas as well in the area. There's a couple of different fucking burger joints. There's the Chinese place. Like, there's Thai food. There's so many options. Of course, I might just be cheap and get a cheap fucking slice from Pizza because it costs the least amount of money. But I should probably try something else, you know? I should probably try something I haven't had. I should probably try a place I haven't had. Because I'm going to be down in that area early anyways. I want to go down and see if anything's in the mail tomorrow. And the post office fucking closes like an hour and a half before the pre-release. So I'll be down there for a considerable amount of time ahead of time. Which means I can sit down wherever and just take my time, you know? Larry, you got Final Fantasy 9 and part of the case looked like somebody took a bite out of it. Just random. Somebody's high and chewing on their game boxes. It can happen. I'm just thinking about food now. My brain's thinking about deliciousness. What to have. Bite, has anybody ever mentioned I look like Andy from The Office? Yes. Actually, a number of people have. There's a couple other people as well where I don't remember the names off the top of my head, but yeah. There's been a few different ones where somebody comes in and makes a reference. Somebody left a comment, I didn't know that guy from The Office played Magic. And then I'm like, oh, somebody from The Office plays Magic? And then I went, wait. They're saying I look like Buddy from The Office. It takes me a second to catch up with comments like that. And then I get disappointed. But I'm like, oh. Now, I don't see it. But I also know that people see faces differently. Like, for example, Carly is bad at telling people's faces apart to the point where we went and saw one of the fucking Hobbit movies in the theater and she was convinced that two different people were played by the same guy. And I said, no, that's a different guy. Like, to the point where I couldn't even believe she was fucking saying it, but she insisted it was the same guy. And so we stayed until the credits rolled so I could point out to her, no, they're two different fucking people. So sometimes she has this thing with faces. So even, I don't see it. When I look, I'm like, I don't look like that guy. But other people, I guess, see faces fucking differently or have no fucking glasses or something. So it's happened with random things. Like, there's a couple that come up a bunch, but there's been a bunch of side cases. There was one where the guy was like, hey, you look like the guy from this band. Are you from this band? And I clicked on the fucking video and was like, God damn, we look pretty fucking similar. I could say that I was this guy. Flower, it wasn't the dwarves, bro. It wasn't the dwarves. Kokoshi, you want a Chuck Norris sequel there? Anything's possible. I don't know how much demand there'd be for something like that, though. But Wizards is willing to just make whatever. Yo, it's going to be fucking hilarious using these sleeves tomorrow. Or it's just me on the fucking sleeves. Especially if it's like people who don't know who I am. Because, like, I don't mention at the game store who I am. I just so you know, Magic Store, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But some people know me and some people don't. So the idea of somebody who doesn't know that I fucking do shit on the internet and have all this, and then I'm just some random dickhead with sleeves of himself. You know what I mean? Like, that's hilarious to me. That's the funniest part of all of this. The sleeves are amusing to me, but the idea of somebody just seeing and be like, what kind of fucking dickhead gets like sleeves of himself to bring to a pre-release, right? Like that is such a fucking goofbag thing to do, and that makes me laugh. And I don't give a shit what people think about me. So obviously I'm going to fucking rock them. Be like, yeah, that's funny to me. I tend to laugh when people are like, I'd be embarrassed. It's like, I'm fucking difficult to embarrass, bro. I do not get embarrassed easily, right? Making a fool of myself as well, I don't find that embarrassing. It's like, I get embarrassed if I've treated somebody genuinely poorly. Thinking about that feels embarrassing. Where I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, I was not being a good person there. And I feel embarrassed thinking about that. But nothing I really do or say is going to make me feel that way, you know? What will I say when they ask who it is? I'll be like, it's fucking me. What are you, blind or stupid? Be like, how you read these fucking Magic cards being that dumb? It's this handsome faces on the cards. It's me, motherfucker. It's me. Habanero, if anyone questions the sleeves with your face on them, the only correct thing to do is to lean way into it. Oh, yeah, I'd be like, listen, I know you're all fucking thieves. So the way to prove that you've stolen my shit is to have something with my face on it. And the cops are going to be like, can you prove it's yours? There's my face on the back, officer! Beat him in the dick! Tase his ball bag! Arrest and execute this motherfucker! That's what I'll say to these people that I'm playing against. I will have the cops fucking murder you, bro, just so you know. My brother's a cop, and I'll have him stick his hand up your ass if you steal from me. I have these sleeves because you're a fucking thief and I know it. I can tell just looking into your fucking grimy little eyes that you want to steal my shit. But not on my watch, motherfucker. I'm watching you. I'm going to watch you every game you play today. Because I know you're a thief. I can feel it in my balls, bro. There's a pain in my ball bag right now. And that only happens when I'm fucking staring at a thief. Oh man. What up, Corner? How you doing, buddy? Red Death, how's it going? Watching Magic Store on company time. Hell yeah. Waste that company's time. Fuck them. I hear Carly cooking something up, but I know it's not for me. I made my own dinner tonight, which is why instead of having a nice dinner that like she cooks all fancy, like I had a peanut butter sandwich. Because when I'll take the time to make my own breakfast. Well, actually, I made all my meals today: breakfast, bacon and eggs, lunch, a hot dog, and dinner, peanut butter sandwich. Well, 2, but small ones that are the equivalent of 1 as far as I'm concerned. And I don't think that I've eaten enough today because I'm fucking hungry. Kakoshi should take a few extra copies of your sleeve. People might want to buy it. What? I didn't make these. I got these as a gift. Man. This is for a laugh, man. People will have a laugh. That's it. Spice, you're hyped for Foundations on Arena? Not gonna have to wait long. I'm gonna get a whole fucking set of it, probably. Especially since it's gonna be around for like 5 years. Seems like a pretty decent use of my online fucking resources, considering I have 565,000 gold. And like, my gem count's getting lower. I only have like 8,500 gems, but I got hundreds of wild cards. Like 104 mythic rare wild cards, 200 and something rare wild cards, hundreds of commons and uncommon ones, 13 fucking draft tokens, a jump in token. I've got so much. Oh yeah, and like 250 unopened boosters in my account as well. Habaneros is I can only play Magic if I can imagine every card's me or directly affecting me as a person. So to remind myself, I need to see my face on the sleeves. That's true. I forget who I am and I freak out. So the sleeves are there to remind me of who I am. And then I just fucking like sit there, hold my hand, and then I go, who am I? Oh my God. Oh, yeah, I'm that dude. Okay. Thank God. Wait, what are you doing? Hold on. Before I pass priority, can I ask you a question? Who am I, bro? Who am I? Oh, okay. I'm me. I'm that guy. That would actually be funny. If you could manage to keep it fucking going, that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Thompson, how was my day? My day has been pretty good, bro. Pretty good. Napalm, you're reheating pizza. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. You know, it'd be funny if you played a shared fate deck where your opponent needs to draw cards from your library with your face on it. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. What colors do I think Kefka will be? I mean, black aligned for sure. Mono black or blue black, probably. Lowbrow, why not open all the boosters? I will. It's just a habit. I got in the habit of not opening boosters when I get them because it's part of my set acquisition strategy. So that basically goes like this. Don't open any boosters you get from pre-release codes. Don't open any of the Mastery Pass boosters, any of those. And play in drafts, all right? So that you build up all of your rares through drafts. Because the 4 of protection only exists on packs you open outside of drafts. So if you open a bunch of packs and draft, then you increase the likelihood that you'll get a 5th copy of a rare that will only get you 20 gems instead of another card towards set completion. So basically what I would do is I would draft and do other things to get rares until I had I'd go and count up how many cards. Let's say you need 200 rares in total. There's fucking to have 4 of each. So you need 200 rares in total. So when I have 80 booster packs and 120 of the rares I have 120 of the 200 rares. So I only need 80 more rares. Well, now I have 80 packs, so I'll open those packs and I'm going to get almost every rare. Sure, there'll be some wild cards in there and some mythic rares, but overall, that's the rough formula I would use. Don't start opening booster packs until you have as many booster packs as you need to finish everything off and you're done drafting. And then once I get to that point, I stop drafting because packs cost 1,000 gold or 200 gems. The only thing that matters in the pack is the rare. The commons and uncommons are irrelevant because you will get shit tons of those through drafting, or you'll have a ton of common and uncommon wildcards, and you can craft whatever commons or uncommons you want. So uncommons and commons are irrelevant in the equation. The rare and mythic rare is the only thing that matters. It has an in-game value of 1,000 gold or 200 gems. But if you get that in a draft, now instead of getting a 200 gem equivalent rare, you're getting 20 gems instead of a rare that you needed. So you're getting 1/10 of the value of a rare. So it's a really bad use of resources. And so since I use that to collect a whole bunch of sets on Arena, I've trained myself to not open the packs until I do a bunch of drafting. But the set progressions, one set to another, has been every 7 weeks. And so I've barely done any drafting. And I didn't feel like I could get to completion anyways. And so the packs just sat there. The same thing even happened with Bloomborough. Even sets that I like haven't been opened. The packs are just sitting there because I only play in sealed events and limited stuff and using the starter decks mostly. And my standard green deck hasn't been updated with the new stuff. And the environment's so crazy fast that my 250 card green deck can't even be played in it, really, unless I just want to lose every game, which I don't. I'm not running into fun opponents and stuff like I was previously. So that's been kind of sidelined. So opening the packs is just never, it never dawns on me. I don't even fucking think about it. And then every once in a while I open up the packs thing and it's like, I have hundreds and hundreds of packs. I'll open them when I want wild cards, probably. You know? Corner, a wild card is any card. So you can turn a mythic rare wild card into any mythic on the entirety of Magic Arena. Same applies to rare, common, and uncommon. So they are an extremely useful resource to have. Very useful. But for me, I never really needed to use them that much because I was just completing sets. So I would have all the fucking rares and stuff like that, right? So I just kind of let my wild cards build up. And then I didn't play Arena for like a year and a half. So then when I wanted to build my green tower and some other stuff, I crafted a bunch of stuff using wild cards. And I have built up some more. But yeah, they're a scarce resource for most people. But I free to play. Like I play every day, build up my resources. Don't really care about spending my wild cards. So right now, I could literally build, if I wanted to play in an event, this happened every once in a while. There'd be an event I actually wanted to try out, and I'd just be like, okay, I'm going to build a deck, and then just click craft all and just make the whole fucking deck with anything I'm missing. So it'll just be like, do you want to use 30 mythic rares and all these? And I'm like, sure do. And then I just have the cards. So, like, there are some things about Arena that sucks, but you can totally play it for free. You get to play as much Magic as you want, and then you get a bunch of stuff in the game, too. And you can do drafts every week. Like, I literally have 565,000 gold, which is enough to do well over 100 bot drafts or well over 50 player drafts. Because player drafts cost 10,000 gold. Bot drafts cost 5,000 gold. But I also have 13 draft tokens that will get me into a 10,000 gold draft for free. So I can go ham, and I intend to draft a bunch of foundations. I played a bunch of the Omniscience drafts. I actually ended up playing so much I went up to gold level in that. Luca, I wish that more people wanted more variety with their decks too, but a lot of people care about getting the resources from the wins, so they just go, what's going to get me there? And like a mono red smash deck lets you either win or lose fast, so it's time efficient, right? Red Death, you're playing the Pokemon TCG because you're learning it through the app? Well, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Dan, you got to Mythic and Draft and still didn't even come close to finishing the set. Do you always rare draft? I always rare draft. Also, I believe that they've made the bots greedier in terms of grabbing more rares than they used to. So rare drafting is more challenging. And they used to let us, like, the newest set would be available for quick draft the entire time it was out. And then they're like, you're having too easy a time building sets. So they changed it to like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And now when you only have 7 weeks for a set, you barely have any time to build up like that. Kikoshi, would I get a non-foil Captain America Secret Lair or a piece of a T-Rex bone? 5 centimeters. Captain America Secret Lair. Dinosaur bones don't excite me. Do I think we'll get cards for the Final Fantasy jobs like Onion Knight and Black Mage? I don't know. I mean, they have like a fucking 15, 16, up to 20 different games to pull upon. And if it's only like a 300 card set, you know what I mean? I feel like they're going to hit the biggest, most popular shit. Corner, hell yeah, long weekend, buddy! See, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the Final Fantasy stuff. I mean, as much as I will always say I don't want Universes Beyond in Magic the Gathering, I'm not going to stop myself from enjoying the stuff that I do actually like. If this stuff's going to be here anyways, I'm going to fucking enjoy the ones that resonate with me. And the Kefka Poisoning Doma definitely did. I definitely want that. So, I will be getting it. Anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. You guys are fucking awesome. Another reminder, check out my fucking movie review channel. Go watch some of that goodness, all right? And subscribe as well so I can keep that thing growing like a fat throbber. Anyways, into the water. Goodbye.